Your work on Fatwa Alamgiri, which
Right.
is quite, I mean, it's broken new ground. But my question is, why did you choose this particular text? I know there's a story behind it, or I think there is some context to it.
There is a context. There's a definite
Yeah.
context, and that is, of course, our Hazrat Owaisi, whom I
Yes, of course.
like to call
from my
Hazrat
town.
Owaisi. Once you remember that I think it was on a live show on the Earth, the Earth event of this Z Media, and I think it was J. Sai Deepak who asked him, rightly so, as to why everything, all their scriptures, everything were foreign based. And he very loftily replied, no, not at all. We have Fatawa Alamgiri. Of course, I had known about Fatawa Alamgiri quite a lot. I had known about Fatawa Razviya also, because these are two seminal books which are followed by the Hanafi sect and particularly the Barelvi sect, because they regard Aurangzeb as their wali. Wali is the friend of Allah. So, so he is regarded as a wali, and the tyrant, of course, they love tyrants, and so they regard him as a wali. And then the founder of the Barelvi sect, he had his own Fatawa Razviya, in which he had what is called the commandments of hatred, or nafrat ke ahkamat.
Commandments of hatred.
Nafrat ke ahkamat.
Wow.
Nafrat ke ahkam also you can call it. In Urdu, this is a funny thing. They have double plurals. So hukum, ahkam, and ahkam's plural is ahkamat. So double plural. That's a funny thing with these Arabic, Persian, Urdu languages. That's a quirk in their grammar. So Nafrat ke ahkamat was extensively surveyed by Arun Shori. So if you read his the World of Fatwas, there he refers to these Nafrat ke ahkamat quite extensively. Now, I have also got hold of the Fatawa Razviya. I'm now trying to, but it takes, actually these texts are so voluminous, and the people who are willing to work on them on our behalf are so few.
Correct.
That it's a very, very difficult exercise, because obviously, for very obvious reasons, Muslims won't work for us because they think that we are trying to undermine their scriptures. So they don't work for us. So we either have to get some people who know Persian, Arabic, and all of these. It's not enough that you know the Urdu language. You have to have a knowledge of the Persian and Arabic also to get the context. Otherwise, you can't translate it correctly. Then you translate it like the Western world translates our Vedas. So the Sheldon Pollock-like translations or Audrey Truschke-like translations. So that's not what I'm looking for, because I need to know the entire context before I have it translated. So there are no Hindus or Christians or Zoroastrians who know all the three languages. I doubt if there is any left. Though I think at the turn of the 19th century, or even at the time of independence, I think we had a lot of them. But later on, because of the history of partition, I think the Persian, Arabic, and other things, they just got relegated, and somehow, because of this insistence of the Muslims to treat them as their holy language, Urdu, just imagine, Urdu, just born in the brothels of Delhi, that has become the holy language of the for the Ashraf Mullah Maulana class. And they were the ones who actually imposed it to Pakistan. That resulted in its Pakistan's vivisection. Correct. And they imposed it on Kashmir. Kashmir had done a survey. I don't know whether you read my book, Unbreaking India.
Unbreaking India, I still have to.
Yeah, so we found that the number of people who spoke Urdu in Kashmir was less than 1%.
Correct.
And about 60% people spoke either Kashmiri or Dogri. And another 20-25% spoke Hindi. And a fair amount spoke Punjabi. But then The language was Urdu. The lingua franca for the ruling
Like,
elite of Kashmir was exactly like the Pakistani elite was Urdu. So the Urdu's identification with the Muslim religion actually became its bane because it was completely given up by all other sections of India. And it was, in fact, it's been given up by most Muslims as well. People don't realize that. That's only about 10% Muslims who probably know Urdu.
Yeah.
I know better than them. I can read and write Urdu better than most Muslims. Because of this nonsense spouted by
Owaisi.
Hazrat Owaisi, I call him Hazrat Owaisi.
Hazrat Owaisi.
So because of this nonsense spouted by Hazrat Owaisi, and because I had a background in these Fatawa, I know what they contain. I said, okay, let's fix this guy. Let's translate this. I had been earlier looking for its translations, and I found that Fatawa Alamgiri, which is, I have also done law. So when I was doing Mohammedan law, then I came across this, that, okay, most of the Mohammedan law that we have today is based on Fatawa Alamgiri. And the wonder of wonder was that Fatawa Alamgiri has some 73 books.
73 parts to it? Or
73 books, which are spread over 10 volumes. So
my God.
Each volume has about 5 to 10 books.
So is it a book of rules like a hadith, or what is it? Is it like a
Yes, it is. They basically expounding the Mohammedan law. It is something like Hidayah, if you know Hidayah. So Hidayah, Marginani codified it in 12th century. So it was the codification on the lines of Hidayah for the Sunni Hanfis, basically.
Okay, Sunni, what is Sunnis?
Sunnis have 4 sects, basically. In India, this sect is that dominates among Sunni is the Hanfi. It's about 99% of the Sunnis. 99% Sunnis in India are Hanfis.
What again, Sanjay? What again? 99%?
Are Hanfis.
Hanifis.
Hanafi, H-A-N-A.
Hanifi, yes, Hanifi, yes.
I think most people, those English-speaking people, or the anglicized Indians call it Hanafi. It's not Hanafi, it's Hanafi.
Hanifi, okay. But Owaisis are, I think, like for example, the Qutub Shahis were Shias, right? The Owaisis are.
Nizams are not. Nizams are Sunnis.
They are Sunni. Nizams or Sunnis, okay.
This is a great confusion about Hazrat Owaisi, that he's a Shia. That is because, there's a fair amount of Shia electorate in Hyderabad. So he has to keep them appeased. So every time somebody says you're a Shia, he keeps quiet. He doesn't say yes or no.
He doesn't deny.
It doesn't deny. It doesn't say yes also.
Oh.
I had to actually conduct a research and find out what kind of namaz posture he was adopting at the beginning of a namaz. So that's the giveaway. So because people don't know that Shia namaz and Sunni namaz is different. And not only that, the namaz is different, their kalma is different, their azan is different, everything is different. So because I had an argument with of all people with this certain true Indology people, you know them?
True Indology, yeah, of course, Twitter, big.
So this guy, he thinks he's the big dada of all knowledge. Indic matters and all knowledge. So he got into an argument with me that no, he's a Shia. I said, no, he's a Sunni, damn it. Then I actually made fun of them, and then I asked him whether he knows the difference between Shia namaz and Sunni namaz. Of course, they don't know. Most of their knowledge is copy-paste knowledge. It's not deep knowledge. So copying, pasting, copying from books and scriptures and pasting is a different matter. And going deep and understanding is a different matter.
Absolutely.
So they lost the debate. They abused me. And one of their divas has been upset with me ever since. And some of the other people have been upset with me because I exposed them. Anyway. Actually, they exposed themselves. I wasn't into a fight. I was just trying to correct them. He started abusing. I just said
that's very uncivil, and I think that sometimes Twitter does descend into that kind of Uncivil behavior.
All I said was, he was mentioning somewhere that he's a Shia something. I just quote tweeted and said, he's not a Shia, he's a Sunni Barelvi, a Sufi Barelvi. So he got down to abusing me. So then I had to expose. And then when I showed the posture and said, find out from your friends who adopts this posture. Then all of them, they just blocked me and ran away, this, here, there, everywhere. So basic thing is that somebody is saying that our book is Fatawa Alamgiri. Is he going to be a Sunni or is going to be a Shia? That's a giveaway.
Right.
Fatawa Alamgiri is a Sunni book.
Sunni text.
Sunni text. So it's a very tedious task. I have only about 10 books translated so far. That's been
out of 72.
Out of 73. 72 is one more than the number of Huris. So 72. Huris plus one.
Correct.
That's the number.
Seems to be a magical number with them.
This is one more than the Huris. So that's 73 books. I've got about 10 of them translated so far and put them online. I think it's going to be a Herculean task. It will take a few years. It's been 1 year. And this is only what, because very difficult, as I said, very difficult to get people to translate them. But basically, to expose this hypocrisy that they have something very much Indian. Of course, we know how Indian Aurangzeb was. And the people who were translating the text were also all who reveled and prided themselves in their foreign origin. The person, what's his name, that Burhanpuri guy, Nizam Burhanpuri, who was supposed to be very elderly man. But most of the heavy lifting was done by this guy called Shah Abdul Rahim.
Under the Nizam?
Under Aurangzeb. Shah Abdul Rahim. Nizam Burhanpuri was the main person. Head of the project was Nizam Burhanpuri.
Okay.
And the second in command was Shah Abdul Rahim, father of Shah Waliullah.
Okay.
If you know the history of all these people. So Shah Waliullah, then after that Shah Abdul Aziz to what is called Shah Ismail and Sayyid Ahmad Barelvi. This later on, then there was a dispute and then they divided into Deobandi and Barelvi.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.